What?
Got a package.
Like the one?
The one.
Ooh. Me, Daniel. Let's check it out. Let's just get right to it. Bridge lock stabilizer. I think we know what that means. They're making the bow even more streamlined. Here she is. Phase 4 is the name of the bow. The limb almost looks like it's into 4 instead of 2. So 2, and then it's split with some rubber dampening in there. I wonder if that's gonna quiet this bow down even more. We'll have to tear this apart, but just from first glance, we look like we have even more streamlined for your stabilizer system. That's gonna be interesting, especially if it holds even better. I wonder if Mathews would be upset if I did a rattle can on one of these.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Brand new. Brand new.
Let's build it. Today I'm gonna build this bow from start to finish. This is the Phase 4 from Mathews. We just got our hands on it. You are watching it now live because of the launch. Here we go, I can't wait. This thing is dope. From what I can tell, we're looking at some cool changes. There are like little minor tweaks that might just change the game. I'm really pumped on this. I ordered the 29 and the 33. Today I wanna build the 29. That's gonna be my elk hunting setup.
What do you think you're doing? Come on, Dan.
Dude, I'm building this bow, man. I don't need your help.
You're all about that elk hunting, right?
Yeah.
You really trust yourself to do it over me?
No.
Let's fix this then.
So we got the 29, guys. You have the option of 33 or 29. Some of you, especially the haters out there, I'm just gonna address you right out the gates. You're gonna be like, they didn't change anything, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then don't get the bow. I am seeing something that's changing the game right out the gate. We're talking about 4 limbs instead of 2. This is just from a glance, and then I'm looking at a way to integrate the stabilizer and streamline everything. So we're looking at small improvements, but this is what Mathews has been doing. Wait a second, this isn't my job, Tim. This is your job.
Give me this thing. Well, this, we haven't shot it yet, so we don't know how much quieter or smoother this bow is, but this could very well be a very massive improvement, but I can't comment on it because we haven't shot it. But I haven't seen a bow manufacturer do that before, where they actually had 4 different limbs on the upper and a rubber insert in between the 2 and then bolt it back together and assemble it. So I can only assume this is going to have a pretty significant reduction in vibration. Other than that, the only other change that I've been able to see, since we haven't actually been able to talk to them about it, is an integrated stabilizer system that runs right underneath your traditional mount where your stabilizer would go, with a set screw on the side so you can loosen it and slide it in and slide it back out. I can only imagine that this has got to make it quieter and less vibration, but we'll find out.
Bottom line is, I'm not gonna say yay or nay until I shoot this head to head with my 29 right over there. I wanna see if one is quieter than the other. They'll both be completely set up. If one feels better in the hand, and we're gonna shoot you straight. 29 versus 29. First things first, you wanna throw a rest on?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, I have a new rest.
You got a grip. Do you want to take that off?
Yeah, I got a grip.
Do that before we put the rest on, because it's
side plates. Get a lot of questions like, hey, why do you do that? I tell you what, I've always liked a very slim profile. Mathews makes their own side plates. They're great. Use those. We started making these with Shadow Creek, and I've just fell in love with them. It's something about the texture, the way it fits in your hand. Even when your hands are sweaty, it doesn't affect it. You don't have to add tape or tennis tape, or I just like slim to win. So if that's you, we make them just for Mathews though. So that is for Vertex going forward. Disclaimer, we just get this bow and then we have no information to go off. We don't have like a bunch of like consult with Mathews. Now, I do have a podcast scheduled with Mark Hayes, the head engineer at Mathews, but that's not for 2 days. Basically, we're gonna build this with Josh's help, who's owned an archery shop forever, and we're gonna like figure it out. And then I'll have a list of questions for him, and then I'll ask them those. So check out that podcast. It'll have all that information. You're just getting our first go at it.
This is our best estimated guess to what they're doing because we don't have answers to it.
Do you want to...
We worked with Hamsky to do a limited run of ElkShape specific Epsilon. Love the rest. Josh turned me on to Hamsky a couple years ago. They're just bulletproof. They're just literally, I could run the integrate from, what is it, QAD? And a lot of people do, and that's great. Those are usually cable driven. Kind of a fan of limb driven, just for what I do and how I hunt, and I'm aggressive and I'm really hard on my stuff. You can back me up on that. I need to go limb driven, and I just know the guys at Hamsky are the real deal. So we decided to make a limited run of ElkShape edition ones. Same price, it says Elk Hunter on it, and when you look at that, it's supposed to remind you that hard work pays off, stay on your grind. So that's what it is. We have a few out there. Check it out, it's on the website.
I can kind of just feel where the middle of the bow's supposed to be. Can I come over and put an impact on this?
Yeah, I think we need to.
I need like you just gotta go down to the freaking hardware store.
I need your man cave done.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Josh knows that song real well. Loop.
I do the loop almost.
Keep it simple,
You good?
stupid. Yep. Under. It's called a hitch.
I don't know what it's called.
2 half hitches. Or you're gonna have a fridge full of refreshments. Guys, you decide a lot for us on what content to make. So I did beg Josh to make me my last set of podium strings. So these are Josh's strings, podium. He may hire the right guy. So maybe if you are the right guy looking for a job, we're looking 20 hours a week. Josh will teach you how to be a string maker the way he likes it done, the way I like his strings. But Jake, we just ordered ABB Platinums for him. Tim's gonna go order some threads with a Z. I'm gonna run some gas ghosts on the 33. And what are we missing? We're basically gonna run a bunch of different strings, and we're gonna test them all year, and we'll do a video right before hunt season and decipher who's serving, separating, who had to retune their bow, whose bow went out of time. Like, strings matter, strings are important. Josh, would you please make strings?
Find me somebody, man. I can't ever keep somebody in that job for very long.
What about
And I ain't
Choo-Choo?
doing it myself.
What about Choo-Choo?
Choo-Choo?
Hey, Choo-Choo, if you're watching this, you know who you are. Dude, you're awesome. You give us
that'd be
20
great.
hours a week, dog.
Yeah. And girls, 4 1/4 if you're using BCY is what you want. That'll finish right. I'm gonna cut your little piece of leather here.
Do you really think 4 1/4 is enough to do the job, Dan?
I don't. But
He
if
is
Josh
living
says
proof
so,
that it's enough. God, I'm sorry. So bad.
So watch him titillate the string right here. Look at that. Look at the skill.
Yeah, it's too bad you don't want to wet.
Tack.
You gotta get that.
When we had these 2 high school boys on full.
I've got an idea for that. We do that next time. Just have like 4 cameras running the whole time in the house.
It wasn't about the shoot.
It was not at all.
And it's not
It needs to
gonna
be
be
in the
this
house. All based off your level of excitement. First things first, we took the stock grip off, put the new ElkShape Shadow Creep white side plates on this bow, found a little hidden little pocket under here, not sure what that's for, we'll figure it out soon. Put on the new Elk Hunter Epsilon Custom Edition, took the stock cord off, put something a little beefier on there, stretched the piss out of it in the press because that's what we had to use. Squared it up, put our loop on there with our soft knots with the appropriate gap for the size of arrow he's gonna use, and now we're gonna put the sight on and get it level.
This is awesome. By the way, I know how to do all this, and it would just take me 6 times as longer. Just so you know, Josh, there's no threat for your job. You know what I mean?
I don't put that many bows together anymore, other people do.
Still pretty
I'm doing
slow
it on
as
film
molasses.
more than anything.
You should tell these guys what I ordered.
Well, Dan wanted to try a landslide. Oops. And I suggested that he get the single pin head so he still has that as a choice, whether it's for target or tack or what have you. But they have a unique system on Excel where most of these other sites don't. Excel really is a target company that's making hunting equipment. They have this removable head. So you can pop this off and throw a completely different head on here while still having the same sight. And we ordered him a 4-pin fixed head because he wanted to try 4 pins on a slider again. So he can go back and forth, and he's not compromising himself from using the 1 pin, but still gets the versatility of having that 4 pin to go back and forth. So that's why we did what we did.
Basically, spawn stock antelope, I want a single pin. I want to slide to 155 yards or whatever it is. And then
158,
well,
I think is where it bottomed out.
and then no, single pin for antelope and whitetail in the tree stand, and then for elk I want to go 4-pin, and I'm gonna use something like this, going back a little old school, but you know, you got to do you guys. The dual track is by far and away my favorite sight. It just kind of didn't work out for a couple situations, so I'm gonna do that 4-pin slider. That's gonna get 20, 30, 40, 50.
He's being the defiant child again. It's okay, they know.
Exactly. And then speaking of Defiance, Tim is actually going to go back to 4 veins with a wrap. I'm going up to 550 grains total arrow weight. And Jake, what are you doing? We thought of this before you got here.
Oh, Jesus, you guys. Kids.
We had one other one to say.
You never learn. Oh my God. I got work to do.
We're joking, but we had like 3 good ones. What was the other one?
First time using Excel. Are you excited or?
Yeah, I mean, they've been around. I know they're good. I'm just going off Josh's recommendation. We shopped around at a shop and just settled on this. I'm not married to it. Doesn't mean I'm committed. I have a lot of different sights over here. We got the UV3. I got Fast Eddy XL. I got the triple stack. I have the Arxos from Dialed. I have the dual track. I have a couple black golds. Realistically, if I'm looking at my crystal ball, I'm probably just gonna try the Excel, and then that Excel might migrate over to my 33, which we haven't built yet. We'll build that in this week, and that might be my tack setup. So single pin. No, what are those things that like weak people put on the end of the? It's like the sight, the little. It makes things bigger.
Lenses?
Yeah. I'm not gonna take the low road.
You do recall I didn't do that, right? I shot no magnification.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah.
It was him.
It was 4th place or 3rd place. Were you 3rd or 4th? Can't remember.
Anyways, I do think the single pin from that might work out really well for tack. And yeah, I set up a bow just for tack. And that bow is also going to be set up for Vegas. I'm going to do Vegas with Tim. It's going to be humbling. We're going to do Vegas. Me and Tim. Jake, do you want to do Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Josh, do you want to shoot Vegas?
Maybe I've thought about it. I've never done it.
When I say Vegas, I don't mean actual Vegas. I mean like we're going to shoot the Vegas faces and just figure out how shitty we are at archery. That's what the 33 for. I'm probably going to end up going with the black gold sight that I'll custom order from their website, like a 4-pin, 5-pin slider. Total Archery Challenge 2023, my crystal ball. I'm probably going to go back to Texas. I was there 2 years ago. I'm gonna try to bring Tim. I will most definitely bring Jake. I don't know about MFJJ, but I had such a good time. I'd like to shoot with subscribers, so that's to come. We're working with Numa on that one. For the Northwest area, we're actually thinking about going either to Big Sky. We've already done that 2 years in a row, but we're actually thinking about maybe going to South Dakota, get the boys back together. And this next year, we're gonna film more behind the scenes and less of just the actual archer stuff, because the stuff behind the scenes, like Josh is smiling, that's where your entertainment will come from.
Get that beeper going.
Yeah,
That was pretty bad.
beep, beep. But yeah, it'll be good.
So for those that don't know, this little part right here is what they call the bridge lock adapter. So if you buy an Excel sight and you want to put it through the bridge lock of your Mathews, you're going to need this little $20 aluminum piece that does not come with the sight. I believe that's the bridge lock windage offset bracket. Mathews, Excel, have to have.
Otherwise, you'll run out of windage.
Yeah, you won't be able to sight it in. Okay, so that should be pretty close on your left to right. Now with this housing size, this is probably going to be maxed out to the left. But when you get your other pin head, it's bigger. So we have to have this in here this way, so when you want to switch back and forth, you'll have enough windage in it.
Yeah.
You could probably get away with this tiny little head on this without using this.
Okay.
Probably, barely. But if you wanted to switch back to the other one, which is the plan, it's bigger around. So
my main
it's gonna
plan
come back.
is as soon as that head comes in, to take that out probably.
Yeah, until you actually care. About every point, then you're going to care.
That's my 33. My 33
Yeah, but
is like,
isn't this whole thing going on your 33? Isn't that what you said? Too many choices. Too many choices.
I don't know.
A plethora of goodies. How's that coming, Jake?
People are coming, that's for sure.
Just me. Not making any money yet, but I'm having a good time.
This. Oh, thank
down a
you.
little bit.
The short guy thanks you.
You're welcome. But I don't
I
want to
like
go
the
too
two-piece.
far.
I like the one-piece. You just got to decide for what makes sense for you and where you're at. For me, I just like the two-piece. I think it's. I don't hunt without a quiver off.
It weighs less and it's lower profile. So unless you're taking it on and off for some reason or other, which if you got to carry the weight anyway, a heavier bow is more accurate.
Oh.
So why would you take it off?
Talk to me, son.
Well, unless it's like a massive high wind or something like that. And should you really be shooting an arrow in that anyway?
Should you have
In a
shot
hunting
that arrow?
It wasn't windy.
Only required a follow-up shot, right? Just one.
Just one.
Mine required a follow-up shot as well this year. Did
you
you know
know.
that?
Things are resilient. Yeah, I think you told me that.
Mine was in the lungs the first shot, and I still don't understand.
I was in the front of the lungs. Went right through the shoulder too. Right through the shoulder into the lungs by a lightweight little 400 grain arrow. Don't know how that happened. I thought them light arrows wouldn't go through a shoulder. Oh wait, they do.
Setting the peep right now anyways, or are we shooting it? We're just setting the peep.
You can run it through paper at the same time if you want.
This peep's got to go up.
Like a lot?
Yep, just a little bit more.
All we got's a little bit. Oh, that works. Some
About
of there
there?
should be in the bill, yeah. Can
we shoot one more just in case?
You know, I never thought to ask him if the top hats are the same.
Guaranteed. Oh.
Well, is the limb wider? Because if the limb's not, we'll find out here in a minute when we go rip it apart.
That sucks.
Because you got to point left, to the left, to the left. Where's my impact gun? Tapered, where that rubber piece goes through. So that's number one. Now we do the same thing over here.
29 versus 29. We're in the sound studio. We're gonna be able to see if there's like a difference between, and it's completely anecdotal, but we'll know. Josh knows stuff, I know stuff, Tim knows stuff, and Jake knows even stuff.
There you go.
This is the V3X29. We're gonna shoot the same arrow out of both bows and see their speeds. 283.
There you go.
Thank you. Speed test. Hey, by the way, same mods. So we got 75-pound mods, 80% let off.
Phase 4.
Oh, whoo!
280.
Now, do you got a bow scale to see what they weigh the same?
Yep, right
Check
there.
their weight.
Well, the peak weight, holding weight. Here we go. Yeah. Are you ready?
This is Phase 4 in the hopper.
74.7, so I bet you it's light compared to this.
And 9.6. Holding weight.
That was 74.7, right? Sound right?
Yep,
right.
74.7.
Let's see what this is.
Where can you get one of these, Josh?
On Podium Archer website.
It's good money.
They eat batteries, though. 73.5, so that's lighter.
That one felt harder to pull back.
Oh, maybe it's heavier.
I'm serious.
Well, could very well be. 73.2. Do that one more time. I like it. I think it's cool.
Kind of man cave-ish.
I do like the man cave-ish.
Is that touching?
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought. 74.8.
All right, well, that's heavier. Let's try it twice. That bow's a little slower.
According to that chrono.
According to that chrono. And it could be, you know, one bow versus another bow versus another bow versus another bow. There's a variance, but that one we was built is a little slower.
I think this one's way quieter. I'm not kidding. So, right? This is the sound check. Here we go. How am I looking, Joshua? Straight up, we're gonna shoot these and we're gonna record the audio level based off just what happens here at the mic. The one thing that I think I'm picking up is that that's way quieter. And that could be huge because Mathews are already pretty quiet. So to go even quieter, that might be just the thing you needed to.
Well, noise out of a ground blind or a tree stand is like stupid important.
Yeah.
Like the more noise you put off, the faster an animal reacts to it. So a quieter bow is definitely a big plus.
It's more better.
More better.
And Josh is a big time ground blind hunter.
I do like ground blinds. I like being in an enclosed space where stuff can't see you, so you can kind of get away with a little more movement, and it helps contain your scent a lot.
Scent.
If you're in more of a permanent type
Yeah.
of location as opposed to running and gunning.
All right, so this is the moneymaker from this year. Got it? Did you
It's
get?
kind of a little louder.
It
That's
is
a
loud.
ting.
That's definitely louder.
You're gonna hear everything in here, which is great. Yeah, a lot quieter.
Yep.
A lot quieter.
Tim in post will be able to check. But I do think it's just something with the four limbs and the rubber is just quieting down. Everything's tight and streamlined. This is good, man. So maybe if you didn't get a V3X, maybe you have a different bow, or maybe you have the VXR, or you've got the Vertix, the Traverse, the Halon, and you're thinking about maybe taking that jump into one of the newer Mathews. I think this is going to be, I think they hit it out of the park last year with the ATAs.
Yeah, for sure.
And they know it. That's why they didn't change it. And then I think they just basically like, oh, hey, cool. We got this cool little gadget. We can make your stabilizer streamlined. Awesome. Oh, and by the way, we've quieted the heck out of the bow. Everyone's going to be jealous of that system. I do think they are.
Yeah, that definitely sounded, just by my ear, 20 to 30% quieter, but you know, it's a hard thing to tell without looking at the actual Tim stuff. So
Yeah.
he'll be able to tell you for sure. But I bet you that's about 20 to 30% quieter, which is significant.
Let's go over the specs one last time for those who stuck around to the end. I do want to tell you guys this is going to be my elk hunting rig next year as promised. I'm going to use one of these guys for elk. Probably use a handheld on my 33, that's the next build. But I'm gonna use one of these and you're gonna get me a 4-pin that I ordered from Excel. So I'll swap that out and we'll try that and we'll see how it goes. But ultimately, this is what I love to pack around in the elk woods. I would not wanna pack the 33. I like the shorter bow for the elk mountains, especially for putting on your backpack. Run us through the specs.
29 axle to axle, 6-inch brace height, 342 if I remember right. Sorry, it's from my brain's a little foggy. But other than that, it's the same platform as last year. It's got the same switch weight cam system. It's got the same stay afield system options. The integrated stabilizer. These are, I think they're $199. I haven't got the actual concrete pricing yet, so I can't tell you. But they're gonna have these in like 4 different lengths and all the different integratable colors, so it'll all look clean and smooth, ready to go right out of the gate. And I did order all those already. Yeah, they're in the hopper. Although they're going to make a longer one, but it's not going to be available till the first part of this coming year. Like the size of the bow, you're just simply going to like how much quieter it is and how much less vibration it is. But other than that, it's basically the same spec. Phenomenal product that was already the best-selling product of last year. So there you go.
It's awesome. I do like the Low Pro, the Streamline, the Bridge Lock, everything. So Bridge Lock this, Bridge Lock that. Low Pro, very streamlined, and I mean, just no one else is really doing that. So I'm pretty proud of Mathews. I'm proud to shoot for Mathews. Hope you guys dug it. Keep your comments positive. We'll catch you on the next one.